Hey, welcome back. In this part, we are going to talk about pointers in C++. So now I know pointers can sound scary at first, but don't worry. By the end of this part, you will understand what pointers are, why we use them, and how to use them correctly. So let's start slowly, and break everything down. A pointer is a variable that stores the memory address of another variable, not the value itself, just the memory address. So in simple terms, a normal variable stores a value, okay? But a pointer stores the location of that value in memory, okay? So think of it like this. The value is a house. The address is the house number, and the pointer stores the house number, not the house. Okay, so let us take a look at memory addresses in C++. Every variable in C++ is stored somewhere in memory, and that location has an address. For example, if we have our variable called x here, let us try to create a variable called x, and we set it to be equals to 10. From there, this one has a memory address, okay, has an address in memory. We can access that address in memory by using an ampersand symbol, okay, an ampersand symbol. We just use ampersand and the variable name, okay. From there, so if we try to compile, let us try to compile our program using G++. From there, we run our command, we execute our program. As you can see, so this is the memory address of our variable, okay. And if we try to run our program again, we are going to get another memory address because this value is not stored completely there, okay. So when our program ends, this memory address is only, this x is only stored at this memory address when our program runs, okay. And when it terminates, when it ends, this this memory address, okay, the value there gets deleted, okay, gets deleted. And when we run again, another memory address, this x will be stored in another memory address. So if we try to run again, as you can see, we get another memory address, okay. And if we try to run again, as you can see, we get another memory address, okay. So it keeps on changing, okay, because these memory addresses are very they are many, okay. So it keeps on changing, okay. So the symbol ampersand, the ampersand symbol is called the address of operator, and it gives us the memory address of x, okay, as you have seen. Let us see how we can declare a pointer. To declare a pointer, we use the asterisk symbol. So let us declare a pointer here. So to declare it, we say that int the asterisk, then the name of the pointer. In this case, we can call it ptr. We can call it ptr to x, like that, and we can set it to be equals to declare. So here we are declaring, so we can declare it like that, okay. So from there, as you can see, so the ptr is the pointer, and it stores the address of an integer variable, okay. So as you can see here, okay, so this one is sensitive, okay. So this one, the pointer should have the same data type, okay, as the variable it is pointing to, okay. So you can also write as I showed you, so here right now. So let us see how we can assign an address to a pointer. So to assign an address, we just use the ampersand, okay. We just get this value x, and we give it this pointer, we give it the address to x, like that, using the ampersand. As simple as that, okay. So from there, x stores the value of 10, and the ptr stores the address of x, okay. Ptr x stores the address of x, okay. So there is a concept called the referencing a pointer. The referencing means accessing the value stored at the address, and to do that, we use the asterisk again to the reference, okay. So what we can do here, we can use the dereference symbol, and then we get ptr x, like that. So this one is going to give us the value stored at the memory location, okay, at the memory address. So if we save and we try to compile, from there we try to run our program. As you can see, we get 10, okay. But this one, if we don't add that asterisk, we are going to get the memory address, okay. we are going to get the memory address. If we try to compile and we run, as you can see, we have got the memory address of this one, okay, of X. Okay, so that is it about that. So let us see how we can change the value using a pointer. So we can just do it like this. We can just say that asterisk ptr, because this one is going to give us the memory address. Okay, so this one we are going to get, so this one is going to give us the value. Okay, this one gives us the value, but only without asterisk, it just gives us the address. Okay, so if we want to change the value, then we need to get the value at that address, because this one gives us the address, the value. Okay, so we get the value there and we set it to be equals, let us set it to be equals to 10. Okay, so from there, let us try to get that value there. If we try to save, add a semicolon here. So if we try to save, we try to compile. After compiling, we try to run. As you can see, it has been changed to it has been changed to 20. And if we try to output X, our X here, we save, go back in our terminal, we try to compile, and we run. As you can see, X is now 20. Okay, so the output will be 20, and this shows that pointers can directly modify the original value. Okay, so let us talk about why we use pointers. Okay, so pointers are useful for efficient memory usage. Okay, so it's efficient, okay, to use memory values when we are working with pointers. Okay, so it's this one makes use of memory efficient. Okay, so and another reason as to why we use pointers is that passing variables to functions by references. Okay, by reference. So these pointer concepts, okay, is useful when we are trying to pass variables to functions, okay, by reference. Okay, we shall take a look at that in advanced chapters. Okay, but in this case, you just need to know how to use pointers, okay, in the basic level. Okay, so we can also do what we call dynamic memory allocation using pointers. Okay, so they allow programs to work faster and use memory more efficient. Okay, so we can also take a look at some at a certain advanced level, and we see how we can use pointers and arrays. Okay, so arrays and pointers are closely related. Okay, so let us take a look at this example here. Let us create an array of integers, and let us create like 3. So from there, let us add 10, let us add 10, 20, and 30, like that. Okay, so from there we can now get something like this. Let me try to do. I'm going to explain a pointer to our array. Okay, so a pointer to our array. So here the ptr points to the first element of the array. Okay, so this ptr points to this first one, okay, to the first element, which is this one. Okay, so and if we try to output something, we try to output our ptr like that. I told you that this pointer is going to point at the first element in this array. Okay, in this array. So if we try to output, okay, we are going to see that we are going to get 10. Okay, we are going to get 10. So as you can see, we have got 10. And what if we want to access the second element? What we do is to add 1 byte. Okay, because these integers have 1 bytes. Okay, 1 bytes in memory. So we can just add a 1. Okay, so just add a 1. So if we add a 1, we are going to get the second one. Okay, so if we try to compile and we run, as you can see, we get 11. Why do we get 11? No, this is not what we should do. We should enclose this one in x in these parentheses. Okay, there. So if we try to save, go back in the terminal, try to compile, we try to run, as you can see, we get 10. Okay, so as you can see, so here we have added 4 bytes, okay, to this ptr memory location. Okay, so from there this is the memory location. Okay, so in this memory location we add 1 byte. Okay, so we access 1 byte after this memory location. Okay, so we get the value at that memory location, which is 20. Okay, I think you are getting it. So pointer arithmetic allows us to move through the array. Okay, so let us take a look at null pointers. A pointer that does not point to any valid memory should be set to null ptr, null pointer. Okay, so for example, let us have a null pointer here. Int, you can put the asterisk here, or you can put it here and you say ptr equals something. Okay, so but I like putting it there. Okay, on this pointer and on our pointer name. Okay, so from there we can now say that here, so the null pointer, we don't say null like that. Can we say null? Yeah, I think it has accepted, but it's best to use a null ptr like that. Okay, so this helps prevent errors and crashes. Let us try to execute our program and we see if we still get this output. Okay, to see if there is no error. Okay, so as you can see, we get ptr array. As you can see here, we get this name. Okay, so ptr2, let us change it to be 2 and we try to compile. Let us try to compile. As you can see, we don't get any single error. And let us try to change this one to be null like that. Okay, null like that. Okay, and we try to compile. After compiling, yeah, it has also worked. Okay, so but I encourage you to use null ptr. Okay, use null ptr. Okay, so if we use that null and we try to set the address, p2 can be equals to, let us create a variable here. This is just for testing. Int y, let us set it to be equals 20 and we try to get, let us set it to be equals to 40. From there, let us set that, let us get a memory address of y like that, and we try to output our ptr2, but we want to output the memory address. Okay, yeah, the memory address. Let us output the value, not the memory address. So if we save and we compile and we run, as you can see, we get the value, we get the same value. So this one can also work, but I like using this one because it's the official one that we should use, null ptr. Okay, so if we try to save, go in our terminal, you try to compile and we try to run, we get the same result. Okay, so let us take a look at the common mistakes that beginners usually make. So the first one is using a pointer without initializing it. You want to use pointer without initializing it. That's fucking nonsense. Okay, so you cannot use a pointer, you cannot use a pointer without initializing it. Okay, so another one is forgetting to dereference when accessing values. So when you want to access a value, you should dereference that pointer. Okay, using the asterisk. Okay, so if you don't dereference it, you are going to get just the memory location. Okay, and you'll get different results. Okay, so another one is confusing the asterisk ptr, confusing this one with this one only, with this ptr2 only. Okay, so another one is accessing invalid memory. You can some people, some programmers, some beginners try to access invalid memory which does not exist. Okay, so if you try to access something like ptr3, that one like that, this one, you are accessing a memory which does not exist. So as you can see here, was not declared in the scope, did you mean blah 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 blah. So you will get errors. Okay, so this is all about pointers, and you will get to learn advanced concepts in future video. Just keep on liking the videos that I always upload. Okay, so thank you.